I never want to be in a situation where someone purchases a home and I do their loan and I'm not doing my best to make sure that they understand the entire process. I mean, I've had clients come to me that have worked with other lenders and they didn't even realize they had to have home insurance. I mean, and that's
Yeah.
part of your monthly payment. So really make sure that that comfort level is there with everyone you're working with. And it's great if you can find a lender or a realtor you jive with and you can't find one or the other. If you're working with someone local, they're going to be able to find you a great realtor,
Yeah.
lender, inspector, title company, whatever it might be, because, we're doing this all the time. And so we have a lot of experience with people who are local that you can easily get in touch with if you have questions about anything, any part of the process.
Yeah. And luckily, because of the area that we live in, most professionals around here are used to working with veterans.
Mhm.
Some of them do it more so than others, but even working with someone, if you're the buyer, and working with a listing agent that also has experience in that is really beneficial. So even knowing that is really important because I worked with a seller who sold their home to someone who was moving into the area, and she was serving on a ship and she was actively on the ship the entire time in the process. And that
Oh,
brings
wow.
me yeah, and so obviously there's communication issues just like with the family out in Spain, but this person, it was even more so because she didn't have somebody, on the mainland, dating with her real estate agent. It was just her buying from the ship. So communications would dark, negotiations would take longer than normal because we were waiting for, emails that be sent back and forth.
Yeah.
And working with a buyer agent that understands that is important, but also working with the listing agent that understands that is important. So your agent should be, warming up the listing agent, saying like, "Hey,
Yeah.
like my person's deployed, so we have to have a little bit of understanding going into
Mhm.
this." And luckily, unless the seller has like some kind of like constraint that they have to move very quickly or something, they might not want to do that. But for the most
Yeah.
part, most people understand this and it can be navigated. And I brought this situation up because you had talked about power of attorney. One thing that this person could have done is get that power of attorney secured before they went under contract because she
Yeah.
ended up having to use power of attorney to close the deal with her father. And they had to arrange all that while she was out on the ship, which,
It's a lot harder